Hello and welcome to the workshop, episode 408. Join us for jokes, jollies, jests, jackanapes, jocularity, jackassery, joshing, hijinks, and japes as gents jam on some jovial jibber-jabber that they've jotted in their assigned topic. Our jury of judgy jerks jeer and cajole what's jarring, rejoice in jokes that gel, and jumpstart jokes with a jolt of jazz. What we do is we're assigned a topic, we riff on it for a bit, we offer each other notes, and then in the second segment, we all work on our own material. Tonight, in the workshop, we've got myself, Jester, we've got Dr. Ellen from Chicago, and Sam. So, without further ado, here is me with my assigned topic. I was given the topic of opposites attract. And you know what? That's been on my mind lately. Ever since I got my second COVID vaccination and I've become magnetized. Opposites attract sometimes refers to how the polar opposite ends of two magnets attract. But are magnets opposite? I mean, not really. One's just flipped the other way. And there's a name for this position. And a number. Nice. It's 69. Some people use the phrase opposites attract to defend traditional marriage, which I think traditional marriage, is that defending an unhappy, begrudging marriage? I'm not sure exactly what they're defending, but just to circle back to magnets for a minute. I'm pretty sure the opposite of a magnet is, like, not a magnet. I don't know, it could be anything. Could be a horse. So what I'm trying to say here is traditional marriage is a slippery slope that could lead to a man marrying a horse. And be careful on slippery slopes. I live near a slippery slope. I do. And it is responsible for almost every fall I see. Almost every fall I see. People just falling all over themselves. It must be dangerous to put too much stock into the idea of opposites attracting. I mean, on television, sure. On television, Dharma and Greg lasted 5 seasons. But in real life, I wouldn't give them 5 months. One thing that's the same, whether you're writing for television or just living your life, is that you and your significant other character, or significant, have to be on the same page, even if you're reading different books. If you both want the same thing but go about it differently, that might work and it might be fun to watch. But if you want different things, well, no, that relationship is not going to get renewed for a second season. I've been feeling pretty negatively lately. And also, and this is a bit personal, there's this worrying discharge. My doctor told me to stop wearing wool socks on wool carpets and touching doorknobs. It was shocking information, you guys. I'm medically fine. I'm just shocking. So this relationship theory of opposites attract, I decided to put it to the test. For my experiment on attracting women, I wanted a large sample size. Not just for data integrity purposes, but, you know, kind of for me. So, academic disclosure being what it is, I had to update my bio on Tinder for the experiment to be ethical. So in my Tinder bio, I made sure to include that I was looking to experiment with my large sample size. And wouldn't you know it, I got a fuckload of matches. Anyways, that's all I've got written tonight for opposites attract. I'll let you know when someone else is attracted to me. I'll have more material then. Until then, good night. So that was fun.
Well,
I love getting
done.
That's the best science-based topic that I was assigned since lasers. So that's a fun one. Is there anything in there that's a deep well that I should dig more into?
Well, I liked very much how you structured it. And I think, and I don't know, I mean, my short-term memory sucks maybe, so, but I loved it how you kind of wove it around different things. I love it how you use double entendre. I love that. I wasn't expecting when you were talking about shocking and it was shocking and going on the thing. I You could play even more. I mean, I'm a reformed.
I'd love to say that that's my talent with comedy, but it's just my talent with dealing with my disability of ADD.
Yes, yes, yeah, I'm there. No wonder I can follow you. Yeah, I, I, it was neat, because I was trying to figure out how you put it together. But I know that I know what you mean because I'm dyslexic and I have ADD, and it's like, well, I'll circle back around there eventually. But I liked it, and I didn't. It didn't occur to me that it was just haphazard.
Oh, thank you. It was. All right. Sam, anything?
No, not much. I was just listening, and I like the way you put things together. You can tell that you have a good flow, and I
Thank you.
enjoyed it.
Well, thank you. On that, I'm going to take that praise and just pass it on without criticism to Ellen from Chicago. Dr. Ellen, if you're
Well, it's
nasty.
okay. I put Dr. Ellen for fun sometimes, although my comedy teacher said you don't need that. You do not need that. You are a comedic persona all by yourself. So, but hey, so sometimes I like to use it. I'm an emergency room doctor, but that might be best left to the side. So my topic was disgraces, and and I will, once again, I thought about writing, and I wanted to write, and then I got nervous and didn't write. And so I have organized it into three haphazard sections: me, myself, and I, because it's a very self-centered kind of sport comedy. But so me, there are many disgraces about me. There are many disgraceful things about me. Um, I feel stupid. I am stupid. I am, but I'm not really stupid. I mean, it's a disgrace because I seem stupid, but I'm not. So, but what's disgraceful is that it makes me feel woefully uncool, which is another disgrace about me, is that I would like to be able to get along well with others, and I can kind of, but I'm like somewhere in between being too paranoid and overly sensitive. But so the disgrace is, well, I feel stupid. I feel uncool. What else? So I do comedy, which is really wonderful. So, but there are many disgraces. There are many disgraces. And then myself, the real disgrace may have to do with whether or not I've done laundry this week. The laundry thing is a real challenge. You have to ask yourself, do you really need to do laundry? Do you have a few more wearings out of that stuff? Or morally, is it a moral disgrace to not do your laundry every week? I mean, I have these things, right? Doesn't everybody have it in their house? These are the things that you must do so that you yourself are not a disgrace. So I don't know, there's laundry, there's foul language, which I'm totally disgraceful at, and then myself. But here's the thing. So how I interact with other people is, somehow it's predicated by this crazy, wiring. I have dyslexia, I have ADHD, and so everything seems to go around in a circle and get lost and maybe come back. And let me think what else. Oh my God. But I love comedy so much because it doesn't matter if it's a disgrace or not. It's wonderful. We don't have to worry about being a disgrace in comedy because the whole thing, what I love the most part about comedy is that we can take those disgraces that we perceive to be disgraces, or disgraces that we share with others and hide them. And we can talk about them in comedy, and we don't have to act like we're okay. I mean, that's the best part about comedy altogether. I do not have to act like I'm okay. That's so wonderful. So, but what are the other disgraces? So the other disgraces are people who piss me off. Yeah, because I'm a nice person, and I'm a nice person, but there are just people who shouldn't be doing the shit they're doing, right? They should not. They should be nice, and they're not nice. They should be nice to other people. They're in positions of authority, and they fuck with people because they're interested in power. Now, that is a disgrace. It's a disgrace because I don't like it. And you know what? I wouldn't go around in the world saying, well, it has to be that way because I want it that way. But no, it's just, but hey, I can't punch anybody. I don't want to punch anybody. But you learn so early on, and I will talk about this doctor part, is like, many, many years ago when I first became a doctor in Detroit, which was actually ended up being in Detroit, actually. But there weren't very many women that are being doctors, and I liked emergency medicine and I did emergency medicine, and there weren't very many gentle people either. So at the time, it was a disgrace to people that I was female and gentle. And I learned, because I found out that I'm not an aggressive individual, to get very, very sneaky. So I'm so happy because I have a sport. My sport is at hiding my contempt for those who are disgraces to the world. I do hide my contempt. I hide my contempt rather well. Anyway, so there you go. So that's I wrote nothing. I couldn't harness my brain. So I don't think there's anything to harvest there, but I love to watch your guys' reactions to stuff. And it's fun, when I go from nice lady to God damn it, there's a well there. Anyway,
I was gonna say that was my first note. Is you got funnier when you got mad. Yeah, it's true. Like there was some energy there. For tags, I got there are lots of ways for that society has invented for women to be disgraced by laundry. You can be morally disgraced for not doing laundry, for not having new clothes. Hell, fuck now, you can get disgraced for buying too many new clothes. There's no good way to have clean clothes as a woman, apparently. Also, I love a fucking good pun, and from gym music and the community, we got people who try to have power. Oh, sorry, there's this one. Oh yeah, that's the one I like. The members of Jefferson Airplane always fought. The members always disgrace. Grace.
Oh!
Yeah, that is a slick diss. That's what that is. That is a Grace slick diss.
As opposed to a slip disc.
Yeah, no, you do not want a slip disc. You want a slick Grace disc. That's what you want.
Yes, families can be very dangerous.
Families can be very dangerous. That was fun. There's so much. It's hard to bring a topic like disgrace up into comedy.
Yeah.
Take the sad, make it happy. I liked it, Sam.
Yeah, I liked it. Sorry, I don't have much to add. I'm watching and learning, and I like how you're saying you didn't write much, but I was paying attention to that because it seems like you pulled from some other content maybe that you had, or you just went with it, and I enjoyed that. I enjoyed watching you work something out.
I thank you. I love that. Well, that's one of the things. Oh my God, Jim, holy shit. But I'm so happy you enjoyed it. There was a thing that I learned during the pandemic about, and I have a wonderful coach, about persona comedy, because people tell you set up punchline, but nobody talks about you, your persona, who you are. And I'm having so much fun since being somebody's helping me to have that. Cause I hate it when people say you got to do it like they do it or whatever. But that's what you saw was me just playing with me, who I am, that I bring to the stage.
I like that because I'm trying to do more of that, and I have problems with getting up in front of people, and like I lock up, and I think that prevents me from writing. So like listening to you, it definitely I liked it.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Yeah, it's possible. I find it's a little bit easier to not get paralyzed when I can get lost in my persona a little bit.
Oh, that's a good point. I like that. All right, Sam, you ready to get lost? Time to go, buddy.
Yeah, I don't want to go. I feel paralyzed. Um, yeah, you know actually listening to Dr. Ellen there, I'm my topic is research, and I will definitely research my ER doctors from now on. The ADD and dyslexia kind of scared me. I don't want anybody opening me up that might see things backwards. I want it put back in the same place. But I was thinking, my research is my topic. The only thing that comes to mind is irony because I did absolutely zero research in preparation. Um, I just the things I can think of are researcher scientists, and the Nazis had great scientists, and nothing bad came out of that. Uh, I mean, maybe there was some bad things. A few Jews died, but we got good bagels out of it. I think you need pain and suffering sometimes, and sometimes good things come out of it. I mean, a lot of research and a lot of experiments were done on Vietnam veterans, and when they came back to their wives, uh, there was a lot of pain and suffering, and what the research that came out of that was, and the benefits of that were sunglasses and makeup. Um, I I jotted down a couple of scientists, and actually that did great research, and maybe some lesser known facts about some of these people. If you don't mind, I'll read a couple off. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right, great. So these are things that most people don't know about. One is Sir Isaac Newton. He um, he discovered he was the first person known to have CTE. Um, Marie Curie. Uh, uh, yeah, no, we're not going to go with that one. Yeah, I just wrote some pretty horrible stuff, and I don't want to say Charles Darwin. He was the first. He was extremely racist, and he was the first to call black people monkeys. Um, this made more sense when I was writing it 10 minutes ago. Uh, Nicola, no, we're not going to go that. Honestly, I think a lot of bad things can come out of research. The Wuhan lab. I think I'm on Zoom because of some research. We all got to stay inside. Here's another one. Columbus invented salami on the Santa Maria. A lot of people didn't know that. Um, Ada Lovelace, she invented underground lottery and started many mob careers. You know, I feel disgrace should have been my topic because I feel like a disgrace right now. Honestly, this was horrible, and I think there might be a lot of research done on bad comedy after I'm done here, and I think that's it. I'm done.
That was fantastic, man.
That was tremendous bravery. That was like bungee jumping for,
Yeah, without a cord.
without a, but see, that's one bungee jump that you can't hurt yourself that with.
Yeah. Oh, I find a way to screw everything up.
No, we all do, or we
I
wouldn't
would,
be doing
yeah,
this.
yeah. No, it's all right. I'm just, I wanted to flake out, but I figured I have to do it.
We appreciate it. It was good. Although I will say there is one particular situation in which I would prefer a surgeon with ADD. And if
Yeah.
that is if I get some sort of shiny thing embedded in me, like because they will find the shiny thing and they will
Yeah.
fixate on it, and that's what I want.
Well, I'll tell you, the only way somebody with ADD and dyslexia survives that kind of training is that you fix stuff up and you do it so quick you don't screw it up. We're way smarter than the other people,
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially if you have some shiny clothes on.
yeah.
I I have ADD myself, and it's
Full trifecta.
yeah,
We
no,
all got
it's
it.
been it's been a fascinating journey. I mean, I took some antidepressants that really helped out. It created new pathways in my brain with,
Yeah.
I think mindfulness practices and stuff, but it's
Mm.
challenging and fun.
We got some
That's what.
comments from the community here.
Oh, there it goes.
Jim Music says, "Research? Does that mean you failed the first time you looked it up?" Fucking love a pun, Jim.
Yeah.
You know that. We got some notes too. The ER put it back in the right place. It was good. We also got some good feedback on the Nazi stuff. Nazis, always a good target. Tell you what. I don't know what that was, but I've read the first few words and I got scared.
Yeah.
Um, anyways, next up, any other notes for Sam? All right. I'm gonna start up. We're gonna now begins the segment where we all work on other material that we've got taken on the back burner. I heard Vietnam, and I wanted to bring up this Vietnam piece that I really like. So during the Vietnam War, the Vietnamese constructed this intricate network of defense tunnels, and they worked really, really well, you guys. And the American GIs simply could not find the Vietnamese, which was really annoying. I should mention at this point that the tunnels had a funny name. The tunnels were called the Coochie Tunnels. And they were worth every last dong. Again, I should take a point. The dong is the Vietnamese currency. And so we're talking about they put every last bit of dong they could spare into the coochie. And we are talking about a lot of dong went into the coochie. So much dong went into the coochie that eventually the coochie expanded. Now, part of the reasons we're talking about such big numbers of dong is that the Vietnamese dong are smaller units than we're used to in the West. I am talking about their currency. Sometimes GIs would approach the village and, without warning, they'd see 10 or more kids come out of a single coochie hole. Such utter devastation. It's a difficult sight to forget. So now let's transition from war crimes into regular crimes, shall we? Now, I haven't committed any felonies that I'll admit to, but let's go ahead with this topic anyways. If I kill, it's only ever on stage. And if I die on stage, well, that's my own fault. It's a self-inflicted killing. I was still killing. But killing myself? Suicide is a felony in 23 countries. Well, maybe not a felony. I didn't look into killing myself too much. Well, I mean, not the legality of it specifically. But no. Maybe suicide is just a misdemeanor. But in any case, it's the death sentence, so the severity is clear. Now, there's pretty darn good evidence that gun ownership increases the probability of an individual committing suicide by gun or dying in some sort of other gun-related incident. Now, I'm not a statistician, but what I can tell you for certain is that ever since I bought a reciprocating saw, I have been spending a lot more of my day thinking about whether or not things can be cut in half or not. That's, is that a crime to cut that in half? Maybe. Depends on what it is. Sawzall my labor's not lawn art? That's maybe a misdemeanor. It's cheap as fuck. That's why I hate it. Cut my neighbor's dog in half? Whoops, that's a felony, boys. Cut my trilliums, the provincial flower of Ontario, with my Sawzall. Now, I heard that is a crime, but it's not. It's just not. They proposed it as a crime, but now in Canada, there's a thing that we have. It's government policy that only goes as far as to say, and no. And like, can we just kind of roll with that? But it's not a crime. But dear God, cut a fucking tree down? Oh my God, in just about any region, tree law is its own unique, fucked up situation. And now, with wood costing like fucking as much per pound as I'm assuming a pound of Bitcoin costs, it's gone off the fucking chains. Oh man. So, and Bitcoin, by the way, I thought that was exclusively for buying Asian drug powders and human sex slaves. But I mean, don't get me wrong, you can still do that shit. Or you can also buy a Frappuccino from Starbucks with your Bitcoin now. Or go to Home Depot and get some of that really expensive wood. I'm sorry. I'm freaking out about how much the wood is costing, but I suddenly have got myself into a situation where I need to buy wood for a home repair thing. And it's fucked up. I have had some unexpected repairs pop up, and I am freaking out at how much it costs. I have not been this traumatized by unexpected wood at the wrong time since back in middle school. It's enough to make me want to turn to a life of crime, which is why I was Googling felonies. Yeah, it wasn't because it was a workshop assignment topic. No, it was the other thing. What could I possibly steal that's as high value as wood? Metal? Maybe in the before times. Toilet paper? Well, that had a bit of a bubble. But I honestly don't think humanity will ever fuck up the toilet paper supply line for the rest of the species existence. Like, we're good on toilet paper now. But you know what? I probably shouldn't commit crimes. I should probably just keep killing only on stage. Anyways, that's my time.
So what was that? I missed the comment.
Would someone Vietnamese be offended by your intro?
Hmm.
You know what? I've tried this bit out a bunch in Vietnam, and the answer is no. The honest answer is they're just happy to finally be included in U.S. history. Yeah.
I'm not Vietnamese, but I did have trouble with that stuff because the war just I just have images of war and stuff and took care of a lot of that's, I worked at VA for a very long time, and
Oh, fair
and
enough.
I always feel like unless I was there and unless I saw it, that that I'm afraid to go there with it. And I don't know.
Right.
I mean, talk about ADD. I mean, there's a way. Whenever I talk about that stuff, I try to anticipate other people's reactions to punctuate it, even as I tell my same story.
It could be tricky. Flashbacks are very personal. And when I personally have Vietnam flashbacks, I was on vacation, so it's kind of nice.
But it's
So
interesting. I mean, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
no, no, go ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
Oh no, I just am. I won't
Uh,
shut up. There was nothing particular I was going to say.
I was just gonna say I identify as a Vietnamese person, and I was totally fine with it.
Okay. I having grown up in Southeast Asia, I learned a lot about my Vietnam War history
Oh
in
wow.
Vietnam, and they have a very different take.
Right.
They have a very different take, they're not shy to mention like fun facts like more tons of bombs were dropped by America on Vietnam during the Vietnam War than the entire world dropped on the entire world during World War II.
Wow.
And they'll bring that shit up. And they'll mention the fact that they won the war with their intricate network of tunnels. So,
Wow.
yeah, they fucking shredded it. I'm honest, they
Wow.
did pretty good.
They must have if they took
They
all
did,
those
and
bombs
oh
off.
man, I've been in them, and and they are like human width,
But
like all the
Asian
tunnels.
human width, like not
Yeah, yeah,
right.
specifically, like they are not tourist width. I can tell you that much.
Like I
they
get
ha-
stuck.
they have a separate. If you go to Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh on the outskirts, they've got like these places where you can go to the tourist tunnels, and they'll show you like in a tunnel that they've widened. You can get in there, but it's not. It is not a walking tunnel. It is a crawl on your belly tunnel for like dozens of yards until you reach like a little underground carved out cave with every like their little household and shit in there. Like it was like they when American GIs were freaking out in the Vietnam War, and these were people who were like drafted, like they were like I'm here now, and like when they were saying that the Vietnamese were literally just crawling out of the ground anywhere, it's true.
Wow.
That was what they did, and the soil there is so it's not so much like in certain areas it's because it's a coastal region, there's a clay like quality to the soil where you can build some and carve some shit under there. It's absolutely stunning what the Vietnamese did. They disassembled every bits of all of the bombs that didn't fully explode, and again, lots of bombs. And then they set that shit up in traps and like, dude, they won a war against America with sticks with poo on it as like their main weapon of defense, and like it worked.
Wow.
It's different history. I did AP U.S. history in the United States, and they
No
they gave
kidding.
it they gave it a paragraph and a half.
Mm, that's amazing. God, that's
They,
such incredible
there's
stuff.
such cool shit. There's such cool
Uh,
shit that they did with that guerrilla warfare shit, man.
Mm,
It was fucking incredible. Yeah.
mm.
But America had helicopters, and that's pretty fucking cool too.
Wow.
you know,
Not as cool as that though. That's
as
a pretty.
I mean, one of them would make an indie movie, and the other one would make an action movie. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh wow. That's a whole Netflix special right
Dude,
there.
there's so much, dude. When they make some real shit about the Vietnam War, it's gonna be
Mm.
good. It's not gonna be like I'm a fortunate son, yeah. Like just like blast them from every helicopter. Like give me some real shit.
So I would love if there was some way for you to share how you learned about this stuff because it's such brilliant stuff. I don't want to have been
I
trying to,
I I'm an international student,
mm,
so I raised English. Then I went to all of these schools that are run by like embassies and shit.
mm,
And and like I lived in like Thailand and Japan and China, and I lived in all these countries, and they
mm,
teach like an international education, where they kind of treat like everybody's like local history as like world history, and it's just everyone just learns, and especially you learn about the shit. And also, I was in Thailand when I learned about this. Like that's where I was living, but like Vietnam was just like just over there. Like so that was like going to like that was like being in like Detroit and deciding to go to like New York, or being where I am and deciding to go to Montreal for a weekend. Like if you got a long weekend, that shit looks pretty fun. And then we would do all the museums and the all that stuff, and
What's up?
on the ground on the and the stories from the people who lived through it. Like even the people in Thailand had stories about like friends dying in like weird fucked up bamboo punji pits, like up in the Golden Triangle and shit, when they were just trying to get some shit done. Like
mm.
Golden Triangle is this like weird lawless land between like Laos, I think it's Laos, Myanmar, and Thailand, and there's this like little like like triangle on the map that like no country in the world owns, and it's like a fucked up zone.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah. Right near the border, right near where Thailand borders China. Yeah.
Wow.
World's fucking cool. Oh, check it all out.
That's why you have the thing up there, the map. Wow. Oh my God, that's so amazing. There's not, that is a perspective I have not ever heard, ever, ever,
so,
ever.
so I find it's always new information. It's sort of funny. That's why there's all those lines about explaining what dong are.
that that was fun too. What? There's more dong? Oh my God.
So many dong, so
They're
much
just
dong.
little ones, but
Little dogs, tiny units. It's the exchange rate. That's what I'm talking about. All right, next up, we've got Dr. Ellen from Chicago.
my goodness, let's see. So, let's see. So, well, I love but I'm working on. I like the idea that I like the idea of an opener and a closer, and the opener. I love that idea. I want to tell people a little bit about me, and I'm so excited. And thank you, Scott, and thank you, Chester and Sam and Mr. Music. How cool is that? I mean, I just love this comedy. And well, I'm a really nice person, or I am, and I can tell you're nice too. Yes, I do. I already like you already. Now, maybe it's because you haven't thrown anything at me yet. But if you do, you can't touch me because it's Zoom. Also, I won't know if you fart, so that sometimes people want to do that if they don't like your comedy. But if you do, don't throw anything smelly, no tomatoes, and above all, no carbohydrates because I do keto.
Woohoo!
But well, I mean, you can see that. Well, what else can I tell you about me? I'm a little older, yeah, and I'm on a dating app. I'm in between husbands, not mine. And well, so the dating apps, so I'm on the dating apps, and well, what do you think they send me, right? They send me guys that are, well, a little older. Well, okay, they're dead. For all intents and purposes, the guys they send me are dead. But at least they don't interrupt. That's so good. They don't interrupt. If they die while I'm with them, maybe I could resuscitate them, but um the but you know Once they actually even sent me a picture of a freshly dug grave. How do how do I know it was freshly dug? You may ask. I don't know. It just looked very freshly dug to me. But 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 really, and well, what else can I tell you about me? So yes, I'm in between husbands. So I date a little bit, and let's see. So well, and I am an emergency room doctor. I am, and I love it. I love it. And because I can't stand to be bored, and I like to help people. I do, unless they're assholes, but then I help them anyway. And people, I say, what do you think is the hardest part about being an emergency room doctor? Sam, what do you think is the hardest part about being an emergency room doctor?
I don't know. Tell me.
No pee breaks. That is the hardest part. There's another part that's harder too. The nurses, you know what? They are so cute. Ugh, God, I don't know. There's no women in this audience right now, but man, I just hate it when the other women are younger and cuter and whatever. But I did what any other red-blooded, educated female would do, and I got a shit ton of plastic surgery. Yep. I got new body parts. They're so cool. They're so cool. And and now I've got 3 husbands, and none of them are mine. So much fun. But what else? Let's see. What else can I tell you? What else is good? Oh, but I left it out. I'm actually my dating life. It's really great, really great. Like the last 5 guys I dated were movie stars. Well, okay, not movie, TV. Okay, like you watch CNN? They were on CNN. You know the insurrection? Those guys. The dating services, I swear, the most grisly, awfulest, yuckiest. I mean, I draw the line at 2 chins, and you should see. I mean, not that I'm picky or anything, right? I'm older. I have to not be a little bit too. I can't be too picky. But the insurrection was insane. It was insane. It was horrible and terrible. And well, they went in Nancy Pelosi's office, and and if it were me, if I were there, I know what I would have done. I would have gone in Nancy Pelosi's closet. I would have picked up my very favorite outfit, and I would have gone in her makeup, and then I would have dressed all up, and my next date could say he got a blowjob from Nancy Pelosi. If he behaved himself, if he didn't behave himself, he could be in trouble. But not that I require much of my dates. Let's see. What else can I tell you? Yes, because this has been long enough for you to listen to me. I will give you my wonderful closer. And remember, because I am older than you, and I can give you some wisdom. A funeral is not a sad event. It's an opportunity for you to find young men with mommy issues whom you can manipulate into being your sex slave. Good evening.
Nice.
I should let you know, Dr. Ellen, that funeral is an anagram for real fun.
Cool. Of course. And it's the closer. I love it.
Also, I got myself in a similar situation. I tried to put on Nancy Pelosi's makeup, but accidentally put on Kamala Harris's makeup and got myself in even more trouble. Also, I was gonna want to ask if you could unpack that freshly dug grave thing.
Oh.
That seems like a lot to unpack.
That's kind of cool. I could do that. You know what? I'm glad you said that because there's a lot more to talk about with the kind of stuff that I get. You know what I mean?
Seems
It's
like
not
there's layers of comedy and layers of dirt that are worth digging into.
freshly dug grave. I like that. And and if they're that would be fun.
Also, on the keto thing, you said, "Hey, don't fight me. I'm doing keto." Yeah, like that's not a challenge. Fight someone who's starving.
Oh,
I sure. Sure. No, there was a lot of fun stuff in there. There was a lot of great takes on there. That shit would kill in LA, especially the body mod shit.
the buddy. Oh
The
yeah.
body mod shit. And honestly, the three husbands and none of them are mine, some of the funniest shit I've heard in ages. That was really good. That was really, really good. Sam?
I think you covered it. I enjoyed the set. I had something, but I lost it. I got distracted. It happens sometimes.
That was hey. We are in it. All of us. That was so fun. It was so fun to share stuff with you. I mean, now that I have some, stuff that I'm used to using, I love it that I can go back to using it and I can fix it. I mean, I'm always writing new stuff, but then I forget it because it's freshly new. So, but I like to change it up a lot.
Yeah. Sometimes history repeats itself and your joke gets to have a comeback.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna play
Hey,
with the
another
grades.
asshole is in politics. I'm in luck.
I just don't want to have to probe that asshole. That would be bad. Oh my god.
No. Speaking of shit you have to do in the ER.
Yeah, or fun, depending on how many drinks you've had.
What was that premise that you set up at the beginning about the most dangerous
Oh, the
thing?
hardest thing about being an ER doctor.
Oh,
Oh,
I
the
bet
hardest thing.
I bet you could come up with 10 punchlines to that.
Well,
That'll
it was
all
that
work.
guy at 3. There was the guy at 3 a.m. The guy at 3
Yeah.
a.m. under the sheet was the hardest thing I came across. But I told him to put it
Of,
away.
of course, the hardest thing at the ER at working in the ER is the dicks. Like working anywhere else.
I left. It was. I didn't. Actually, could have. It was low lying fruit, but why not?
Yeah. I love a pun. I will take it. I will take it every time. It is my highest calling. I will place a good pun over self-preservation. That's the hierarchy. Like I have lost jobs over good puns. Like, they were good though. Boy, were they good. That was fun. Sam, y'all ready for your final set?
I'm ready for something.
All
Sure.
right. Here's our headliner tonight. The final set of the evening. No pressure. Sorry, Sam.
Yeah. This will be the first and last time. Um, Great. Where do I start? I would like to say I liked your stories about living abroad. Well, for me, abroad. Also, some of my set will be about broads, but I I I've done a little traveling myself too, and I just wanted to just tell you that I went to Tijuana once and I watched a homeless man die.
Oh,
Um, that actually didn't happen, but it sounded fun in my head. So I liked your Dr. Ellen. I liked you talking about dating. Because that's kind of I like to talk about dating. I am on the apps as well. Um, it's post COVID has been kind of wild, and there's a lot more activity in the dating world, and I find that the women are kind of crazy in the bedroom. Been having a lot of anal lately, and I haven't had this much anal since I was an altar boy. Um, so it still counts. Yeah. So I'm on the the dating apps as well. I'm on there's a Facebook app, Tinder. I'm also on 23andMe, and I met a really cute cousin on that one. She she's she's a second cousin, so if that makes it better, to my son. Um, also try I tried Grinder. I figured what the hell, but having sex with men, I found it much more difficult than you would think. I don't know if it's all the male ego involved. Um, but we when I tried to have sex with a man, we just kept bumping heads. Um, so I'm 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 sticking with Amazon, and because at least whatever you get is comes damaged. The damage isn't emotional, and it usually looks like it's pictures. So yeah, the dating has been real good to me lately. So also I'm on Robinhood now. I've been investing in stocks. I've been buying gold, been buying Bitcoin. But the main stock I'm into is Caucasian. I'm I'm stocking up on white friends right now. Buy low, sell high, and I've been dating a ton of Karens. They're because I figure I'm a good introductory minority. I'm not too. I'm just dark enough to show that you're woke, and I'm not too dark to ruin Christmas. Um, and that's about it for that. But I wanted to try one more thing I wanted to say about Bill Cosby. I think he gets a bum rap. He just got out. Like, people don't give him enough credit for being eco-conscious. He's a hardcore vegan. Many people don't know that about him. He takes it so far, he only fucks vegetables. All right, that's it for me.
There's some good material in there, man.
Wow.
That was solid.
Very cool stuff. Oh my
Oh
God.
man, you saw a homeless man die in Tijuana? I went to
No,
a Tijuana.
yeah. Oh,
I
go
went to a
ahead. Sorry.
Tijuana donkey show and saw a
Oh,
woman die inside.
I I was gonna go with that, but I figured
Okay.
that was, but I
Fair
like it.
enough. Low hanging fruit.
Yeah.
I really only
Also,
bought Chicle
I
and
need a
saw Lowrider.
I need a slow mo replay. I think that joke was really solid about that cousin on Tinder, but like I need like a slow mo replay. Did you say it was like she was like actually like your sister? Like what was that? There was like it was like
Well,
my dad's something. Like I needed like a cousin calculator like ready to go.
yeah. Well, that's a second cousin to my son would be my first cousin. So like, try to
Okay,
make
that's
it
what
like, oh,
yeah.
it's only a
See, yeah.
second cousin.
Okay,
You
that's what I
know.
was thinking. And I thought I laughed because I thought that was it, and it was.
Yeah.
Aha.
Yeah. I have my moments.
Also, with Amazon, the whole Amazon versus Grinder thing, at least with Amazon, the fire is just a tablet and not the tip of your dick.
Oh my
I
God,
like
yeah.
that. I like that.
Oh my God, I love that too. Oh my God, Amazon looks like these pictures. Oh God.
I've got this conspiracy where whether or not they did it on purpose, the team at Amazon decided, say, hey, we're going to call a product an Amazon Fire. Will that be a keyword issue with the fact that there are so many fires happening in the Amazon?
Oh,
And
Oh.
whether or not they did whatever they did intentionally, they went, okay, not a problem. And so whether or not it was them trying to bury some shit because their company is responsible for fires in the Amazon, is like, oh, I won't say that, but like they definitely, someone at the company said we are okay with that, and we will call
well,
multiple products the Amazon
speaking
Fire.
of which, I've got to ask this question. I was too embarrassed to ask it, but I mean, What about that arrow thing? Does it look like a penis to everybody else or just me?
What on
You know
the
that the
the Tinder
Amazon
logo?
thing that yeah, looks like a penis. Why don't no one ever talked about that?
Oh,
The Amazon logo that
yeah.
that
Everyone got real mad when they realized they put a little Hitler mustache on it for a little bit.
Oh.
I'm mostly mad that the app I use to find places for hookups, Airbnb, is unironically a weird set of dick balls on the icon. Like
Yeah.
like it's like a weird like dick vagina hybrid icon, and it's appropriate for what I'm using it for. But come on,
God, that was some funny stuff.
Jim Music says I thought Amazon Fire was a South American sexually transmitted infection. It may also be
Nice.
that.
Yeah.
All
Right
right,
on.
well, I think we're getting to the part of the show now where we all plug our latest stuff. Sam, you got anything to plug?
Um, no, Local 5 and San Mateo County Prison. That's about it.
Oh,
No, I have nothing. Nothing going
San
on.
Mateo
This
County.
is it. Yeah. No, no, I'm joking. It's it's only parole now. But no, I'm good. I have nothing to plug. This is a plug in itself.
This is a cool. I have coming up shows in the Burbank Comedy Festival, August 15th and 16th in person. I will be there, Burbank, California, not Burbank, Illinois. I have two YouTube channels. One is Dr. Ellen's Best Medicine, which I haven't put anything up on in a while, but there's some public health topics on there. The other one is Ellen Wesley, my comedy. And I have two Facebook. One is Ellen Wesley, and the other is Comedy for Community, and that.
You can follow me at Jester Lind at most of the things and at jesterlind.com, which I'm hoping to actually fix one day. And you can catch me every single Wednesday on the Comedy Workshop, and I will be also hosting the Comedy Workshop tomorrow evening. And also, Sam, hey, uh, just ask Johnny Cash. A prison venue ain't nothing to scoff at. Be all good.
Right on. Well, thank you very
So,
much for letting me be a
this is
part.
absolutely. We'd love
Thank
to have you back again. From all of us to all of you, this has been the Comedy Workshop. I'm Jester Lynn signing off. Have a great night. This has been episode 408.
Woohoo!